Sorry for that. I have to just cut the video and continue in a new episode. In this episode, we are going to continue covering the all or rest the metadata tags that we saw in the last episode. We are going to continue with the robots metadata tag. These tags allows use the robots feature in most of web crawlers. But once I talk about web crawler, maybe the most popular and known web crawler is Google Chrome web crawler. It's the same tool that helps a web page to be indexed and be shown to other people. For example, if you use the robots policy to say, hey, I don't want you take my page and show in the web browser, in the search engine, is that's something that maybe, for example, SEO doesn't work, because the idea of SEO is make your web accessible and have a nice reputation to show to your user. If you don't want that, you can disable the robots feature to say, hey, my web page is maybe some private, I don't want to show to unauthorized people, so I'm going to tell you, hey, web crawler, I don't like that. But in this case, we are specify the, hey, take the index page. Remember, the index page is index.html, and the follow policy are the links. Use it inside the index web page. For example, if index web page use the about and user page, the about and user page will be included. But for example, if you have another page but is not connect using index and neither using about or user, for example dashboard, but dashboard are not connect using anchors, the dashboard will not be indexed. So that's important. But you can use a file called robots.txt to maybe be more clear, using a list to say, hey, use this list because this is my whitelist or my blacklist, to say, hey, include or not include this content to the web browser, to the web crawler. And also that list is used, for example, avoid web scrapers that maybe are the same as web crawlers, but the web scraper are used to get into page and extract specific information. I don't know, like Netflix movie or something like that. So also the robots.txt also helps to tell the other people, hey, I don't want my page will be a scraper for other tool. So let's dive into maybe the most interesting tags, not important but also interesting, that is the Open Graph metadata tags and Twitter cards metadata tags. This meta information allows to improve our web page representation or anchor web page in other resource. Let's give me an example about it, just like that, just like this. And is once a user or once you or me share link about our page, depending on the website, we can improve the visibility of the link using an specific visual representation, just like that. For example, this construct only using the link. The user doesn't have to do nothing. It's just paste the link, and the maybe social media like, I don't know, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, whatever, just like that, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and other social media that allows or use this standard or protocol, allows to improve the visual of the page. So there are examples just like that. Or in this other case, we can provide an image, a title, description, and an URL, helping URL. But if the user just click on this, open the link, so don't worry about it. And maybe we have another example right there. No, there are not more examples, and that's the idea. So if we want to use Open Graph, you are going to use the OG prefix and use dot type title, description, image, and URL. And as you can see, this information will be used in that preview once users share a link in a social network. So the title, the main information, the description, a helping data, the image, the big representation to call the attention to the users, and the URL, that is maybe the visual URL, and also, well, it could be the visual URL, because also the user will be redirect once click on the visual once share that Open Graph meta. But also maybe Twitter in the past follow the Open Graph, but also create their own, inside quotation mark, Open Graph protocol using just Twitter. So if you want your page make more visible using Twitter, or just right now X, use Twitter, and maybe the same information. Well, car and site doesn't exist in Open Graph protocol, but title, description, and image are the same. So remember, use site and card, and maybe you can improve your visual about your post, about your portfolio, and more. So I hope this video was helpful, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.